If you are selling to retail brands, CPG brands, food service brands, or even corporate brands, and you're not booking enough meetings with net new accounts that you want to close, that you want as clients, as you want as customers, then this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through our strategy, why it works so well, but also the nuances behind it, because a lot of people ask these questions. So we'll get a little more tactical in this particular video. And this is the same strategy that we use from January 1st to June 1st of this year to close $5.8 million in cash collected revenue from retail brands, CPG brands, food service brands, and corporate brands for all of our clients collectively. We just closed a $1.2 million deal start to finish in 13 weeks. So we're getting even better as we begin to implement this and refine it even further. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the video. Pretty much when it comes down to your outreach, and if you're selling to retail brands, CPG brands, food service brands, corporate brands, the same principles apply. And so the very first thing that I want to kind of talk to you about is, why aren't you booking meetings? So this is so nuanced, but ask yourself this: how many solicitations do you get in your inbox every single day? If you're the owner of the company, it's probably a lot. If you're just the director of sales, it's probably a lot. If you've been at the company for a while, it's probably a lot. Multiply that by 10. That is what your prospects, the prospects that you want to be doing business with, that's how much they're getting hit with. It's worse than you could ever imagine. They are getting bombarded with all this information, and it's all crap. All the outreach that you get that you ignore, it all sounds the same. It all looks the same. Same thing goes to them, but it's even worse. And so the main call to action, what does everybody want as far as what's the first step in winning a deal and winning a net new account? It's booking a call, right? That's kind of like the first win. And so when a brand actually gets on a call with you, that tells you, all right, we have an opportunity. We have a sales opportunity, right? But the issue is, ever since cold outreach and cold email has really scaled up, and with AI, it's just getting even worse, people are trying to protect their calendars more than ever. They do not want to get on a call with you unless they know it's worth it. And this has happened because of years of them getting on calls with somebody and it's just a waste of time. Years of them going with a new vendor and getting burned. Years of them trying new things and getting burned. Years of somebody lying to them. Years of somebody saying they can get them a better quote and then the quote doesn't happen. Years of this. And so now everybody's in this state of, sure, like, I'll get on these calls, but only when the time really dictates us getting on that call. And so that's the main reason why you're not booking meetings. They don't have a good reason to. They don't have a good reason to get on your call. And so what a lot of teams have been doing is, instead of now saying, can we get on a call, they'll actually send maybe a sell sheet or a capability sheet. They'll send like a pitch deck or something. And what's the problem with that? It's still better than nothing. But the problem with that is the prospect has to be interested enough to review it and actually go through it. And if it's not the right time of year, you're still screwed because you didn't do any work applying that sell sheet, that cut sheet to their particular business. And if you're an owner of this and you're not sure, like, if your reps are doing this or not, I can assure you that they most likely, they'll maybe say to you that they're not doing something like this, but I can pretty much guarantee you that if you just go through their DMs, if you go through their actual outreach, something is happening similar to this. And so then what's happening now is a lot of people are trying to personalize their messages because they think that's going to get these prospects even more interested. But you're solving the wrong problem. The problem that we need to really be solving, it's not personalizing the message more. The problem that we're really solving is making a more relevant pitch and a more relevant offer. And I'll even explain an example. So imagine I have a black Lamborghini and I'm selling this black Lamborghini to you for $5,000. If you believe me, truthful to you, that I'm actually going to sell you this brand new black Lamborghini for $5,000, you don't care if I know that where you went to college or not. You don't care if I know what your last LinkedIn post said or not. All you care about is if I'm an honest person and if the value is what I say it is. You want to verify everything I can possibly say, and if everything checks out, you don't care. Why? It's a no-brainer, it's a relevant offer, and it actually became the most important thing to you at that point in time because it was like, whoa, this is really sexy. Okay, so that's the example I'm trying to give. The real thing that we need to do is we need to make more relevant offers. Okay, so that's the key principle. And what this does is it explains why they want to get on a call with you right now. Okay, so now back to it. If we go back to your sales reps example where They reach out to somebody and they ask if they can send some capabilities over. They say yes, you send the sell sheet, and then they're not interested enough, but they'll go through the sell sheet, and then when the time comes, they'll say, hey, we'll circle back when the time comes, but thanks for sending this over. And that's the end of it. Now, if we can make a Lamborghini for 5K type of an offer in your industry, it's not going to be off of the main offer that you sell. The main offer that you sell, it could be flexible packaging, it could be display and fixtures, it could be corrugated packaging, it could be a million different things that you could possibly be selling to retail, CPG, food service brands. Now, if you are operating in these niches, you have a mature industry already. So you're not going to be able to make a no-brainer offer that just wipes out your competitors like the Lamborghini for 5K offer. So what we have to do instead is make a micro offer. That's where our lead magnet comes in. The sending capabilities over and sending a sell sheet over, that is like a Toyota for 5K. What if we could dress it up and make it the Black Lamborghini for 5K? What if we could do that? And so that is what I'm talking about. We're building up a micro offer that nobody else in the industry is doing. So perfect example of this. Instead of sending a PDF, we actually do the research on how we can help them based on their current state. And then we tie that to your current capabilities. And then we explain exactly their benefits immediately. Okay? A perfect example of this. Let's say you are in packaging and a CPG brand is expanding like crazy. And there's no way for you to go in and win this deal because they're a monster of a company and they already have their packaging set and they're already doing great, but they're scaling. Your angle is reaching out to them and saying, hey, we know you guys are scaling like crazy. We know you probably have good relationships with your packaging supplier right now, but where we can help you is as you continue to scale and add capacity at that manufacturer, we can bridge as a secondary or tertiary to make sure that you guys are always going to be fulfilled. And at the same time, you can start to build trust with us. So as you continue to scale, that you have a diversified supply chain in case they screw up, we can really help you out. That angle right there is a great reason. It expands. It sells them on why they need to meet with you. But a lot of your reps aren't even thinking like that. And you're probably not even thinking like that. So you have to look at their current state, look at your capabilities, and then get something together that gets their benefits ready immediately. Get creative on this because the more creative you are, but the more clear and concise, and it has to be real. It can't be bullshit. I can't say, hey, we saw you're hiring for this role. So that tells us that you're investing in your people. And that tells me that you're going to want to invest in your packaging. That's bull ass. So it has to make sense. It has to be a real pitch, but think through this because usually there's an angle on everything. There's a way you could potentially, if they're a qualified company, there's a way that you can help and support them right now. If it's a business that you really want to work with, there's a way that you can support them right now. So now, if you then say, we have this for you, instead of just the PDF, it's not the Black Lamborghini just yet, but it's getting closer. And so this is how we've opened up more opportunities for our prospects and for our clients than a lot of other brands and a lot of other marketers that are in this space and a lot of other sales teams that are in this space. And this is how we're able to book meetings that you can't book. We do this for our clients. We literally do this video pitch for our clients. And the best way to present it, by the way, is a video pitch. So then just record it. Say, look, we saw this. And because we saw this, it makes a lot of sense for us to be handling this for you. And the reason and the benefit of this is your team is now going to have this and this. And so it really wouldn't take a lot of sweat off your back at all, blah, blah, blah. And then explain the downside. So like the video pitch side, that is the reason why we book these meetings, but it's really the content. If you didn't want to do a video pitch, you could then put this in a PDF. But I don't like that because it looks too similar to if did AI generate this, or it looks too similar to what every other sales team is sending that lead, and they might not read it and actually go through it. So I'd actually prefer, instead of the PDF, that you do like bullet points in the DMs or email. That's probably better, where you explain it a little bit more and then go for a call. So this is the cream of the crop, but then go to the bullet points and then you can go for the call. So just to boil it down, the reason you're most likely not booking meetings with your prospects that you want to be doing business with is, one, you sound like everyone else. Two, you're not actually explaining how you could help that brand right now. If you had a legitimate good reason of why and how you can help that brand right now, and you did the work and you explain it clear and concisely, you're going to book a meeting with them. It has to be a good reason, and then you have to also be good at making up those reasons. And so that is why we are so good at what we do. And we're only getting better at this. So I hope that helps you. If you have questions, make sure you like, make sure you comment and subscribe. If you really want to get in touch with us, comment below or click the website and apply to work with us and just send your comment in that, and I'll be able to look through it and see how we could potentially help you. But yeah, ask us questions. Happy to prove anything that you want to see. We have a bunch of proof on those numbers. We track all the revenue and all that fun stuff. Yeah, let me know if you guys are interested, and hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.